What's going down, man? Weehawken, New Jersey. Yeah. Dopest shit on YouTube, y'all see it. Yo, Alboy, why you doing to him like that, man? Why you have to do it to him like that, man?
It's the only way I know, beloved.
Man, this shit don't never stop, man. Dopest shit on YouTube. Check him out, y'all. I don't know what you call this thing here, but it's money. It's money.
What's good, family?
Not much, man. What's up with you, man?
Blessed, man. Happy to be here, brother.
I'm glad you came down, man.
Thank you for the invite. Brought my black woman with me.
I see you. How you doing, young lady?
How are you?
Pleasure to
That's
meet you.
Sister Danielle.
How you doing, Danielle?
Good. How are you?
Shaka, man. Shaka said he wasn't gonna be able to make it. He said he couldn't get a ride or something.
It's all love.
We catch him the next time.
It's all good.
All right, y'all. My man showed up. We're gonna give him a chance to warm up, and then we're gonna shoot some tutorials for y'all. We down here Weehawken.
It's a nice spot over here,
Yeah,
brother.
man.
It's
Yeah.
beautiful, man.
Yeah. Weehawken. Dopest channel on YouTube. Fit over 50. Weehawken. Man, it don't get no better than this. Check him out, y'all. Jersey. Legendary Alborn. Check him out, y'all.
Do that hole.
You wanna do that hole right there, Alborn?
That hole, beloved.
My man, my man, my man. Yeah. Show him what's up.
Stigmatism, man, what's up? Do anything.
Okay. What is it, man?
Stigmatism in my soul.
Okay. Hey, man, check it out, man. We down here, Weehawken, New Jersey. You see the scenery in the background. We got Manhattan right there. We down here, the park is full. And I'm honored, man, to have calisthenics legends on this channel, man. Yo, Alborn, what's up, kid?
Peace, beloved. How you doing, family?
Doing great, man. Thanks for coming down.
Thanks for having me, fam.
Now listen, we're not gonna have you do none of the crazy tricks, you understand,
Yes,
and all
sir.
that. They can go watch the Rough Riders DVD for all of that.
Yeah, yeah.
Now, what I want to do, Alborn, I'm 51. I think you right around that area too.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying? You don't look it, you look well.
Thank you, beloved.
And let's get with the dudes, man. Alborn, they 42, they 39, they 48, they 53. They used to be athletes back in the day, but they didn't got fat, man. They want to get into the calisthenics, but they can't do a lot of the crazy stuff they see a lot of the YouTubers in New York do. Let's give them some basics, man, to get started, man. Get them back in the game, man.
Well, I mean, if you're trying to do calisthenics, I always tell everybody, the first thing you really want to deal with is the art of push-ups. Push-ups is definitely a core routine, works your triceps, deltoids, chest, upper, mid, lower pectorals. That also gives you a different type of strength and balance. And then from there, if you're good with dips, you develop a certain type of balance, and also it's the bar, which is the foundation and the source
Check them out, y'all.
of everything that we're dealing with right now. The bar,
The bar.
as I tell you, beloved, the bar gives you full access to your body. My sensei told me, the bar to me is equivalent to doing a stretch. It's a dynamic routine that allows you full access to your body from your waist up. So when you touch the bar, you're basically pulling everything up. You're pulling your thought pattern up. You're pulling your soul up.
Check 'em
You're
out,
pulling
y'all.
your body up. You're pulling your muscles up, and you're becoming one with self. That's why I love the bar, and that's the basic foundation. That's what I would present to any brother that's striving to get back in, besides your regular regimens of jumping jacks, cherry pickers, old school crunches.
Jumping jacks is good?
Absolutely, I love jumping jacks, brother. That stretches you out. It gets the heart pump, it gets your heart blood going, the heart rate going and everything. It's a good thing. I'm from the football era. That's what we started off with.
Jumping
Cherry
jack.
pickers,
Yeah.
good hamstring stretches, just the basic, not too complex. Because when you get too complex, you may hurt yourself or things like that if you haven't done it in a long time.
Alborn, you could do us a favor and give us a little pull-up tutorial joint, man?
Okay, not a problem. So, what I like to deal with is I like to deal with the basics. I love the brothers that do the tricks. I love the muscle ups.
You used to do that too at one time,
At
though,
one
right?
time I did all that. I can still do it, but this is not the time nor place.
Check it out,
But what I will do, know, we'll do some, some basic pull-ups.
We hawking, y'all. Check them out.
Just basic pull-ups, brother.
That's clean, y'all.
Clean money, basic pull-ups, basic pull-ups.
Now, boy, you almost touching your chest on close grip, y'all.
Close grip for the forearm.
He done went close grip for the forearm.
Then we
Okay, one hand over, one under. Check them out, y'all. Straight chin up grip. The money clean.
Money's clean, brother.
Now,
That's it.
Now is it a difference between touching your chest or just your chin to the bar?
I think it's basic. I think it's personal preference on what you want to do. It's you and your athletic ability. For me, I have the ability to do that. I used to always say that I like to escape the Earth's gravitational pull, brother. I like to come up before I come down, So, yeah, it feels good. That kind of warmed me up a little bit.
Okay. Now, I want what muscles do you work with the pull-up, man?
With the pull-ups, what I just did right there, when you go wide, working a lot of your lats, a lot of your deltoids, the back, inner bicep, outer bicep. You just forearm, definitely forearm. So when you see I went wide, that was there. When I went inside, anytime you do these, we're dealing with that full bicep
Get
right
that
there.
knot, man. Y'all see that knot right there?
See that knot right there, right?
Y'all see that knot?
Somebody once told me, they said, this is the rock that Jesus sat on.
Check them out, y'all. This is Dope and Chill on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
So I wonder, what about the diet, man? What's up with a lot of these dudes, man? They drinking sodas, man. They eating big gulps at 7-Eleven. You understand? They eating frosted fruity pebbles with all the sugar, man. How can they get right? Because obviously, the more weight you lose, the more pull-ups you could do. Am I right or wrong?
Absolutely. It's also muscle memory if you had it before. It's basically muscle memory. As far as like soda, you really want to stay away from the sugars. Especially as you get older, your metabolism starts to slow down. And it reverses against you. You start to gain weight in places that you don't want it. Could be the side, could be the neck. Little funny places that you'll start to gain, especially as you get older, when your metabolism slows down. So you really want to stay up for that. A more fruit, green diet. Definitely want to take something high fiber to keep you constantly going out to flesh out your digestive system as well. Definitely high fiber foods.
Now as we hit this 50, is it over for us when we hit 50, man? 51, man? I mean, can you go in the park? Can you go in Wingate or Marcus Garvey or Jersey City, any of these parks, and repping sets with them, man?
Absolutely, I bang out to the end. That's light work for me.
Yo, man, bang out to the end, man.
I bang out to the end. I do this for real. So what happens is, like I said, you can do the tricks, but let's deal with the basics. Like we had a conversation before. You got a lot of weightlifters that can't do pull-ups. Why is that? Because they haven't mastered their own natural weight. So just like when you're dealing with pull-ups, brother, you're mastering your natural weight. And that's why you can do calisthenics non-stop all day, every day. So now when you have a lot of brothers that do these tricks, and brothers, please, I commend you all, I salute you all. But when it's time to make the transition from doing the muscle ups and doing these fantastic moves, just for them to do basics, you'll notice a lack of rhythm. Pull-ups is based on rhythm. It's a science and it's a rhythm. I tell people all the time, if you stay away from the bar, when it's time to come back, if you haven't been obedient to her, she'll neglect you, beloved.
Yo, check them out, y'all.
She'll neglect you. She won't let you in. So you got to stay loyal to the bar. Once you deviate, she knows that you've deviated, because guess what? You're out of rhythm. You're out of sync. So the mind and the bar is connected to one.
Now, Abo, how long you been fucking around with the bar, man? It's 2020, man. Let's call it 2021.
1989.
In 89, you started messing with the bar?
1989, yes, sir. Elmira Correctional Facility.
Check them out, y'all. Check them out, y'all. I knew it had to be one of them buildings, man, because that's what they do in the buildings,
Yeah,
man.
one of them houses, brother. But the reality is, this type of bar work in Mount Vernon, where I come from, they had a lot of parks with these houses. Not nothing beautiful like this, but they were houses. And I used to see some of the old timers. Matter of fact, to tell you the truth, my enlightened name was Our God.
Shout out to Our God, man.
He had a brother named Masterful. Masterful was more on the weight side. Our God was more on the calisthenics side. So they used to have little duels. Okay, let's see if the calisthenics can hold with the weights. Let's see if the weights can hold with the calisthenics. And they would get on, one would get on one bar, the other would get on the other bar, and they would go to their drop. But back then, I didn't know that you could develop a beautiful physique from doing calisthenics. When we were younger, we always thought, yo, it was the weights. It was the weights. Like the weights, you had that look. But then to tell you the truth, my wife's father, he was in one of those houses. He came home, and he had a physique that was so phenomenal. His name is Kutch, may Allah be pleased with him. He had a physique that was so phenomenal, and I asked him, like, how did you get like this? And he said, pull-ups, dips, and push-ups. And that kind of planted a seed in my mind, and this was in '88. But to actually see it done was when I went to Elmira and I started seeing brothers in the yard actually, touching the ball.
Hey, I want to talk a little bit about the Elmira joint, man.
Yes, sir.
That was the only spot you been to?
No, sir, beloved. I danced in Elmira, Marcy, Mid-State. I did majority of my bit in Caxsackie. I went to Green, got kicked out of Green, rebellious nature, not going according to their civilization, but you know the science on that.
Yeah.
Back to Caxsackie, reclassified, sent back to Caxsackie, and then I was eligible to go to Franklin upstate, where I got on work release from.
How much time you did all together?
Almost 6 years.
Okay. Now, I born. What about the routines? What about that? How was them niggas hitting that bar in there, man? What was the intensity like? I mean, I know I did a little fan time, so I already know.
Yes, sir.
But what? I could only imagine, man.
Well, what it was law and it was order.
Check them out, y'all.
If you see the interview that I did with Rip, the Rip community, I had them doing something. We called it Around the World, and that was pull-ups, dips, and push-ups. So you would have a line of brothers. It could be 10 brothers, and they was waiting to touch that ball like a thirsty man waiting for water at a water fountain.
Check
right?
them out, y'all.
So once that one brother touched the ball, he got down. As soon as he touched down, the next brother synchronized, touched the ball. While that brother got off the ball, he went straight to the dip ball. When that brother got off the ball, he went to the dip ball. From that dip ball, went down to the push-ups, and it would constantly go around like this.
It never stopped.
It never stopped. But if you got out of line, you started talking, dealing with buffoonery and all that, now you was done. You got to wait till the next yard turn, because now everything is going like clockwork.
Yeah, you're not going to come out here and jerk this
Nah,
off,
we're
man.
not doing that. Brothers been waiting to come out all morning, all afternoon. You want to come out here and lollygag and we trying to get this money? Get out of here. So that's what it was. It was a constant line of that. The pull-ups, dips, and push-ups. That's all we did. Really nothing more than that.
Born. We see the physique, and we ain't on the fruit pop tip, right? You 49, you closing in on 50, but you don't look like that.
That's
You don't look 50. Why? And what do you attribute your working out, your consistent working out? I know we talked a little bit about your diet on the last video.
right.
Do you think the calisthenics and your workout and your discipline helped you maintain this youthful look that you got, man?
Absolutely. Definitely, because guess what? When you stay in shape, when you work out, it forces you to do other things right and exact. When you work out, you want to eat the right foods. You want to eat foods that's going to be beneficial to your body. You want to deal with the right proteins. You want to know when to have your carbs. You want to know when to have this, and you want to know when to have that. So my workout, my diet, my discipline, my God, it all keeps me one, and that keeps the youth in me. Like I said, I have those Navy beans, brother. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, y'all better get on them Navy beans. My wife over there, that's my nurse and my doctor.
Check it out, y'all.
She makes sure I'm good. She feeds me right. There's nothing better. A lot of people like, yo, what do you mean Navy beans? You just have to look up the science of Navy bean. They said the Navy bean is so strong that when it's grown, you can't put anything around it because it will extract everything from everything else. So it has to be grown basically in its own soil.
Check them out, y'all.
They said Master Muhammad said that a newborn baby, if you gave a newborn baby Navy beans, brother, he said he could almost live to be 200 years old, if I'm not correct. A lot of us not dealing with that science of thinking a man can't live that old, but when you're dealing with the Supreme God, anything is possible.
Born. A lot of these young dudes, man, this hip-hop music, this generation, 19, 20-year-olds, they think Green Haven is cool, Caxsackie is cool, Elmira is cool. What's cool about going in them buildings, man?
Nothing at all. For a man to think to go into prison is cool, he has to grow mentally. And we all fall victim to certain things in society. We all rebel. We all go disaccordingly. We all have our ups and our downs and our trials. But to think that going to prison or to glorify prison makes you greater or think it puts you on another echelon, beloved, you really need to sit back and take time out, look in the mirror and study yourself, because that's not what it is. You know, when you go to prison, you lose life, you lose family, you lose time in the world that you can never ever get back. You know, brothers go to jail and come back and think that they can get those 5, those 10, those 15 years back, and brother, they wind up going the wrong route. And see, there are a couple of things that come from that, brother. Recidivism, a revolving door that's gonna bring you back to the penitentiary, or death.
My man. Boy, man, listen, I want to thank you, man. This has been a dope interview. Instagram, you got your Instagram with Chad.
Yeah, brother, you know what I think it is? I think it's I_born. Brother, I would tell you, my daughter helped me make it up, you know, so I'm not really, you know, savvy
Man,
with that.
Instagram gonna be underneath this video, man. We've been communicating on Instagram. Hey, Born, man, I didn't know you until a few weeks ago at the Wingate Bar Brawl.
Right.
I had saw you do an interview with Rip Wright, but when people was like, yo, that's Born, you know, Rough Riders DVD.
Oh.
You know, obviously, you laid the groundwork for a lot of, definitely for me to have my YouTube channel, because I'm a full-time YouTuber.
You got a beautiful channel too, beloved. Keep doing what you're doing.
Thank you, Born, and I take care of me and Little Sean this way. And I want to say thank you for starting in '89 and laying this thing down and making the calisthenics in New York what it is, man. And
Yes,
I appreciate you, kid.
Thank you, beloved. I appreciate the love. To the world, I'm putting together a team called Bar Genesis. I'm looking for some top soldiers that's really, you know, ready to, you know, give their heart, their mind, their body, their soul to the basic form of doing pull-ups. You know, when I say Bar Genesis, you know, of course we say bar, and you know, Genesis means the beginning. And some refer to me as the Adam of the pull-up culture, because I was the first
Check 'em out,
to
y'all.
be seen, not first to do pull-ups, I was the first to be seen on DVD to display a beautiful form now that has went worldwide. And thank you for all the love that I get from the peoples, but let's be on the lookout for Bar Genesis. You want to get down, brothers? I got a regimen. If you could pass this, you know, this course, this superior obstacle course of basic fundamentals, get in contact with me, DM me, Bar Genesis, Born.
And Born, check it out, man. Me and you the same age, man. And we saw how when hip hop first started, it was just Mr. Magic and Red Alert, Chuck Chillout, and Marley Marl, right? Nobody wanted nothing to do with hip hop, right? Then all of a sudden it was in McDonald's commercials, Sprite commercials, Toyota commercials. Now, I tried to tell these niggas, I've been telling these niggas for 2 years that we all need to come together and let's harness this thing so that we can control it and own it and commercialize it and beam it around the planet. They don't want to do it. And we saw how hip hop, what it is now, it's a shell of what it once was. We need the brothers like you, and we need to support you, and we need to approach Toyota. We need to approach Audi. We need to approach General Motors and Tesla, right? And Dr. Pepper and say, yo, come check us out. This is the new thing.
Yes, sir.
Ain't nobody going back to the gym too tough. The gyms is closed. You don't want to work out outside. What's your position on that? Could you add some color to that? Am I right? Am I wrong?
You absolutely right. You know, in some sense, I seen you going towards the culture vultures. You know, brothers have came in and took the culture and have took it somewhere else, but they don't pay homage to where it originally started. As far as the parks go, that's why we did Thug Workout. Thug Workout was a DVD that was basically meant for brothers that could not pay for a gym membership, did not want to be in the gym, but really wanted to just come outside and you could get your own workout on out in the streets. So the streets became the park became the gym, and that's where it all came from. But as far as brothers coming together, I've had some conversations with some of the brothers, and once again, the mindset. Some of us have that crab in the barrel mentality.
Check them out, y'all.
Where it's all about me and what I can do for my team. I don't want to work with this brother, but we're stronger together than ever. I believe the most honorable Elijah Muhammad said, our unity is more stronger than an atomic bomb. And if we was to come together with all the great legends in New York, I think we could put something together that would be so powerful that it would take the whole calisthenics world over. But it's only if brothers was willing to humble themselves. Some of us are not humble. Some of us are very arrogant, very egotistical.
Don't have the vision.
They don't have the vision. They don't want the vision because they only see their vision. And their vision is not fit for everybody else. So if we could all come together, brother, this would be an amazing display of skill and love. But once again, brothers really have to want to do it. If you look overseas, you look in Germany, you look in Ukraine, you see how those brothers are working? Guess what? We could do the same thing, and they're doing what they seen us do.
They want us to come over there, man. They want
Yes,
us
sir.
to come over there.
Yes, sir.
And man, all we got to do, if we get some kind of organizational structure, come up with a business plan, and man, we can approach Honda, we can approach Pepsi or Coke and say, yo, y'all, Honda, you charter all the planes and the hotels.
Right.
Pepsi, you lay up all of the, you understand, advertisements around the park and give everybody a $10,000 stipend or whatever, and we're gonna come on your commercial, we're gonna be doing pull-ups over Coke cans or whatever. I think it's doable, man.
Yes, sir,
I
it
think
is.
it's doable,
It
man.
is doable. You know, with the proper representation, proper program, you know, with the right people around, it can happen.
And we can all get money, Albon.
Brother, listen, guess what? I tell brothers this all the time. If Instagram and Facebook and YouTube was out when I did Thug Workout, I'd be a multimillionaire right now.
Check them out, y'all.
I didn't have the opportunity to have social media move me like I'm blessed now, where, you know, people overseas can see me and, you know, that's how I'm born. But back then, beloved, it was word of mouth, it was DVD, and that was that.
Or they saw you in the park.
Or they saw me in the park, you know, they absolutely.
Hey, Albon, man, thank you, man. This has been a dope interview. Tell the people, man, say, yo, fuck with Sean's YouTube channel, man. Got the dopest channel on YouTube, man.
You know what it is. F with Sean's YouTube channel. He got the dopest YouTube channel on YouTube. Salute.
Peace.